Welcome, Internet. This is Prometheus of Punching the Walls Reality here with the ladies of Anomaly Podcast. If you guys just want to do a brief introduction of yourself and tell us a little bit about Anomaly Podcast.
Hi, I'm Angela, and
I'm Jen.
I'm Casey.
And the Anomaly Podcast is a podcast about sci-fi and fantasy subjects. Sometimes we talk about other things, but mainly it's that. And it's from the perspective of 2, now 4 women.
Yeah, she has a co-host who's not here.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it seems like you guys have grown a little bit.
Yep.
But so you guys have been around for a good little while. What type of reception have you got about your podcast?
It's been pretty good. It's grown a lot. We've been doing this since like 2006, but really we started putting our stuff out there on iTunes and Stitcher and places like that in 2007. Well, iTunes first. But so ever since then, it's grown every year. And we're doing pretty well, but could always be bigger.
I've been happy because most of the overwhelming response that we get from people is so positive. Everybody's really supportive, and they really want to do what we want to do, is just have cool, fun conversations about sci-fi and fantasy stuff, all the stuff that we love. The conversations we end up having around our dinner table, we get to have with each other. And when you listen to us, and I even listen to our podcast, I'm like, oh, I feel like I just had that conversation again. And that's what's kind of fun about it.
So I saw on the website, so you have the Anomaly Podcast and you have the Anomaly Supplement. So, okay, the supplemental. So what type of things do you talk about on that?
Well, we talk about everything that these two ladies don't have time to cover, or maybe they don't have interest in. So we've covered things from, Doctor Who is our main one. We have a little mini cast called Your Moment of Who, where we review current episodes of Doctor Who. We've also covered Sherlock. We just got to that before they did. And, yeah, welcome to the club. Took you so long.
I had to get sick. So I would have time to watch it.
Okay, I'm sure it was worth getting sick for,
It was. I have a super crush on Benedict Cumberbatch now, just like everybody else, but I'm not weird about it.
He is pretty fantastic.
I'm pretty weird.
It's okay when it's Benedict Cumberbatch. It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, because I saw one of the most recent things you had on there was the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't know, just what are your general feelings about it?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. I think that especially anything adapted, and of course Marvel's been doing a good job, but I think anything adapted needs to be looked at sometimes in the context of what it is. And I thought it was a really fun, cool movie. I thought the actors were fun. I think that if you try too hard to really analyze it and compare it with the comic books, I think you can kind of think too hard about it. I think it was, there's definitely things I liked and didn't like about it, but I think overall it was really fun. What about you, Jen?
There were a lot more things I loved about it than didn't like. I can't even think of anything that I didn't like. But as women who don't read comic books or are just starting to get into it, it was like our first introduction to the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think it was a really good one, in my opinion. And it was awesome, yeah. It's probably going to be the impetus of us actually reading a comic book.
Oh, that's
so, yeah, we loved it.
So that's a win. And I'd never even heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's considered one of those, not even B classics, it's like a Z classics. It's kind of down there. But when I saw the preview with a talking raccoon that shot guns and a ginormous tree, I'm just like, I'm in. I'm ready for this. And I'm also a big fan of comedy and kind of playing against tradition. So that's what Guardians of the Galaxy did, with so many different takes on not just the genre, but the characters as well. And my husband had a great quote, which was, this isn't just the best comic book movie I've seen in a long time. It's the best sci-fi movie I've seen in a long time.
I agree with that. Yeah, it was so, and it was just cool. I don't know. Sometimes it's okay just to have a fun movie. That's fun to watch.
I definitely agree. So I'm curious, I saw on the website that you guys are going to be going to the Renaissance Fair. So have you had I don't know if you guys had went there as the Anomaly Podcast previously? Okay, so would you say there's like a difference in the fan interaction there versus a Comic-Con?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When we first came to Comic-Con, I guess it was like 2012, is when we first met you.
Yeah.
And we thought, hey, let's wear a Renaissance costume too.
You thought that.
I said that because it was like the only one I had. And everyone's trying to figure out who the heck you are, because there's no basis for it. It's just a free form kind of thing. But when you go to the Renaissance Festival and you wear something like that, everybody, you blend in well.
Yeah, you can a theme.
Yeah.
You can do a theme. Whereas here you have to like be a Jedi, a character.
You don't have to, but it's,
But it helps, and people are always thinking that you're being something or you're playing something off or you're a version of something, and so they want to know. Where at Renfest, it's the opposite. If you come dressed as something really specific, it's actually like, why are you here?
Yeah, like stormtroopers. You see stormtroopers and Darth Vader, and we're like, really, dude, really?
A stormtrooper in a Scottish kilt is actually
That's
pretty
funny.
epic
Now
to see.
that's
That works.
really good. But it's also funny because, like, you see barbarians and pirates and stuff there, and a lot of times you hear that Renaissance festivals are snooty about, well, that's not true here.
not true.
Texas Renaissance Festival, you can do whatever. We've seen people in chainmail bikinis that probably shouldn't be wearing them, and I mean, you see everything.
Very nice.
Some of them do. They improve every year, we have to say. But it's just a lot of fun, and we go there really not as Anomaly.
We just go with our friends. Yeah.
We camp out and we do little reports on our show about the festival and what we did and what we saw, and it's just a blast.
We eat a lot.
A lot. Apple dumplings for breakfast with a beer.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. We
Not this
highly
year,
recommend it.
obviously, but
That sounds really great. So, do you have anything that's coming up that listeners might want to keep an eye out for?
Reports on the con. We're going to be doing that. Well, next episodes will be about that.
More Doctor Who reviews from Anomaly Supplemental, Your Moment of Who, same thing. As well as we just recorded a review about A League of Our Own because my co-host Sue is a huge baseball fan. So we kind of got into the discussion of what's the difference between baseball fans and comic book nerds like this, and she's like, nothing. Nothing is different. And I think we're talking about we're going to watch something fresh and review it. There's an independent movie called Safety Not Guaranteed, which is it good?
yes, it's really cute with Aubrey Plaza. And yeah, it's really cute. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it yet, but we're going to review that. It's going to be like a fresh take on a movie we've never seen before. Whereas usually we cover the more nostalgia-based things like, I've loved this movie for years. No, this is like brand new to us.
The thing we've been talking about doing that we need to promise to do before the end of the year is we've been talking about doing kind of a character study of raid groups. Raid group character study, how raid groups... how you pick your friends based on raid groups. We have a theory about that, and so I'm excited to talk about. Jen and I are excited to talk about that with our listeners and kind of get feedback about who are you in your raid group and your group of friends.
Yeah.
So
there's always there's a tank, there's a ranged fighter, there's a healer. We have those in our group.
yeah. So anyway, just some interesting things. So.
Yeah.
Coming up.
More D&D than I have video games, so I think this is going to be interesting for me.
It might be eye-opening for everybody, but that sounds really good. I like that concept. It's very, very unique and interesting. So, but yeah, I just thank you guys. I just want to tell people where they can find all your stuff.
Let Jen do
Yeah,
that.
you can find us at anomalypodcast.com. That's ANOMALY podcast.com. And we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Goodreads, and Pinterest. So we're everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, nice seeing you guys again. Bye, camera.